Greetings YouTube. Someone just sent me a message posted to my comment section on my main channel, and they were asking about attacks of opportunity, specifically in Pathfinder, but I guess that would apply in general to any system that use attacks of opportunity, pretty much the entire OGL school of games. And they find them complex and they would like to get rid of them from their game. And I can understand that. Attacks of opportunity can be a pain in the buns. And I guess it really comes down to how much do you want to divorce your game from reality. Now the game is already divorced from reality to a large degree. The OGL school of games does not, like I said in the past, does not have the finest granularity when it comes to realism. However, if you're moving past an enemy who's aware of your presence and you are not attacking them, you're not engaged in them, you are simply moving past them, I feel that that should have a penalty. You are distracted. You are not in the game, so to speak. So the fact that they can take advantage of that fact, to me, seems relatively realistic, but I understand that it is a level of complexity that some people don't like, and I can well agree with you that there are times when you probably don't want to use it, especially if you have a large combat going on with a lot of closely packed, complex situations, very dynamic environment. But I don't think you should just say, okay, turn them off. We're just going to take the attack of opportunity switch and flip it, and we're not going to have them anymore. I think there should be a penalty if you move past an enemy. You are saying, in essence, that I am concentrating on doing this. I am not concentrating on combat as much. So to me, that should have a consequence. Now, this is something I've thought of in the last minute, literally before I turned this camera on. So this is not play tested. This is just something off the top of my head. If you want to turn off the AoOs, which actually is probably harder to say than just saying attack for opportunities, then I think you should put a penalty on the mover's next action to emulate that they have distracted themselves. So, Warrior A is moving past Warrior B, while Warrior B is engaged with Warrior C. So A is going to get a negative to their next action because they are not paying attention. And Warrior B is able in some way to interfere with them. Maybe he isn't completely distracted from Warrior C. Maybe he's just, he's checking a foot out to trip you, or he's, elbowing you. He's doing something. He sees you out of the corner of his eye. He's in the combat mode. He's not, ignoring the situation at hand. So there should be some penalty for that. So you could basically say it could be a penalty based on your BAB. So a person with a full BAB suffers a -2. Someone with a 3/4 BAB suffers a -3. A person with half BAB suffers -4 to their next action, emulating the different levels of martial skill. And you could make that penalty as little or as much as you as the GM are happy with. You talk to your game, talk to your players and say, I would like to take attack of opportunities out of the game, but I still think there should be a consequence to being in combat and ignoring the opponents around you in preference of movement or something else. So that's just an idea literally off the top of my head. I have not pondered this deeply, but I thought I would post a video here so this person didn't think I was ignoring them, because the rest of my day is going to be busy as I do stuff around my new building. So I hope all of you folks have a good weekend.